a notification that Clover was doing something. Is that just YouTube being screwy? Did that happen like an hour ago? just now, just now getting a notification, or is he really going live? Either way, I mean, I can shut down if you guys want to go to Clover's chat. That's fine with me. I could use the sleep. What's up, Scott? Travis got RL. Yeah, we got 3 Travises in here, man. That's a good start. What's going on, Hammy? How you doing? You guys hear me all right? What am I? You're next. How's it hanging? Hey, what's going on? Good, good. Guns and butter. Guns and grub. Bacon and bullets. Name it whatever you want. We should do a poll. We should do a Patreon poll. Travis P11 says, by the way, DNA tests say there is a 1% chance that Krakow Jr. is not his child. So that's a 99% chance that he is. Yeah, Phoenix, I just got literally 5 seconds before I went live, I saw that he was having something. What's up, Moo? So if he's actually doing something now, is he actually live right now? Or was that from a little while ago? Star Wars. You and everybody else, Ape, right? Of course you like pie. Who doesn't like pie, Sean? Scott, why is Matt going to be so pissed tomorrow? Was the movie not good? Was it not as... Oh, you're listening to... Phoenix says he's listening to both. Not very well. Yeah, that's pretty hard to do. I've had it where my phone's... Every once in a while, my phone will freak out, and I'll be listening to 2 things at the same time. I won't know what the hell to do. It happens especially when I get into my truck because it hooks up to my Bluetooth and it gets all super wacky. If I have my Bluetooth headphones on when I get in my truck, then my truck tries to get into my Bluetooth and it flips out, just goes nuts. What's up, RL? You didn't miss nothing. Word on the street was Clover was doing something, so so I figured I'd just babble here for a couple minutes and see what's going on. No, Jorge, you're not late. I actually went live a little bit late today. Little guy wasn't quite ready for bed, and when you have a 3-year-old, you're kind of at the mercy of a little 40-pound 3-year-old. You get stuck there. Sean says the Raiders are actually trying to win. I wouldn't know. I'm not much of a football fan. I watched a lot of sports when he's doing better. He's got a little bit of a cough, but he's kicking it. He's doing good. He was bouncing around the last couple days. He's got his energy back. He ate pretty good tonight. He was munching, ate a little grilled cheese and his mandarin oranges, stuff like that. So he was good. Nah, Jorge, he does not. He's a night owl too. I mean, we've struggled with that since he was little. With the hours I run, even when he was just a little dude, little tiny dude. He was a tiny dude when he was born. Inevitably, when I would come home from work, shut the door, the dogs would bark or something or whatever would happen, he would wake up. And it just kind of became a thing that he would wake up. So it was nap time, and then 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, midnight, he was up again. So that's tough. It's hard to break that cycle. When he can sleep in the morning because there's nothing going on, he's 3. Who cares? He doesn't have to go to work, right? Phoenix says, I find the lack of bacon on this show highly, highly disturbing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Scott says, for some reason my computer does not like gun channels. It'll start automatically playing Ghost Tacticals dot test, even though I haven't even touched a video to play. I'll tell you what, the other day, my YouTube was skipping itself to the next video. It was really weird. It did it like 4 times. I play a video, it'd play for like a minute or two. You know, at work, like when I'm doing prep, I'll put stuff on, and it would just automatically skip to the next video. It was really weird. That's right, 2-bit tactical. That guy. I know there's a lot of trash talking going on out there. I know, so I know I'm even. He froze his ass off trying to do that. 2-bit scamming it. What's up, Grim? How's it going? I know I got off of work the other night. You know, hard day, slaving over a hot microwave. You know, turn on my phone, get a notification, and it's this, you know, Clover Tack guy picking on me. What's up, Jelsma? You know, starts talking all this garbage, walking around in his backyard. You know, starts saying how Yankees in this feud, and he wants to get in a feud now. He's trying to ride my coattails, you know, get a couple extra subs. Oh, I got 1,000 subs now. I got Super Chat. Super Chat's got his head like this big. He makes an extra $4 a day, you know, something like that. No big deal. What's up, John? You know, I know he said what's up, Matt? I know potatoes. He said I can't, you know, ding fries are done. It's a noble profession making fries. I don't know what this guy's talking about. All he's doing is wandering around in his backyard. Wandering around his backyard. Look, I got lizards. Got lizards. Who cares? You know. I mean, the guy's just he's just his head's so swole up he can't even see straight. I mean, he banned poor Frank Castle. That poor guy didn't do nothing. Poor guy, just on there. And then he sicks his little grunt on me. His little you know, his little crony. Forget what that guy's name is. Geez, what was that guy's? Outhouse something. Outhouse Hatfield. So I think it was. Yeah, something. I don't know. I never heard of the guy. He's got 1 sub, and that's, I don't know. It's probably his mom or something. I don't know. So, you know. And he's busting on my cooking. Can you believe that shit? He's busting on my cooking. I've been a professional chef for a decade, and all I hear from this guy is talking about Pop-Tarts and Jimmy Dean breakfast sandwiches and freaking, you know, this Clover Tack chump is talking about smoking a turkey for like 75 years. I'm a professional eater too. You gotta be good. Don't trust a skinny cook, Matt. Don't let anybody tell you that those scrawny bitches can cook. They can't. So this guy's saying, I smoked my turkey for 14 days, and he had to scrape it out with a spatula onto a cookie sheet. It was that dry. Horrible. Horrible. You know who else made a turkey that was so dry it fell apart? The Griswolds. Yep. Well. I think I got 1 sub out of it. I love you, Clover. You're the best. That shit made me giggle. Cut into that turkey. It's weird to hear your voice without a ton of dish noises interrupting what I'm saying. Well, you know what? I'd rather hear the clanking of dishes than your mouth, Matt. So it works out great that way. I will say this, what's kind of funny. I wish I could remember the guy's name. The next day, When did you put that out? You put that out like Wednesday or something. I saw it. And then during after hours, the Thursday chat, I was in a chat room, and Alan says your made your turkey gravy today. Shit was killer. Awesome. Thanks, Alan. Alan's sexy, mad sexy. Jesus, I know who the hell you are. The guy messaged me, not messaged me, typed in the chat. He goes, "Hey, Midnight, Clover's talking all this shit about you." I was like, "What? Really?" He's like, "Yeah, you better go watch the video, man. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what his problem is." I was like, "Oh, man, I'll check it out." It was good stuff. Gravy and A's. Ding, gravy and A's. Yeah, I know, right? It's funny. Clover, that was a funny video. I like that. I actually listened to it. I listened to it at work. Actually, I saw it was, yeah, it was at work. We were at the end of work. We were starting to clean up, and I put my headphones on. I was like, "What the hell is this? All right, let's see what the hell this is." Right. And one of my cooks looked at me after I was done listening to it. He's like, "What are you giggling about?" He's like, "What the hell are you over there giggling about?" I was like, "Oh, I don't punch down. There's nobody to punch down to." Giz, how you doing, Giz? Yeah, it was funny. That was good stuff, man. I'll tell you what, I've had a rough couple of weeks, man. We've been busy at work, and the wife and little guy being sick, and I was sick, and everything. So don't underestimate those funny little things that happen like that. It's good stuff. Brings a little laughter. All right. So let's see. We got 27 people here, guys. That's awesome. That's awesome. I don't know if that might be a new high. That's pretty cool. So word on the street is Clover had some questions, some foodie chat questions. Mad Sexy, I told you we would talk about black rice. So we can get into that. He sees 28. Awesome. Only because someone mentioned you were on in Clover's chat. Well, it doesn't hurt. Yeah, all right, Clover. I actually, that's the first thing I said. I literally it was down to like, I was going to hit it. I was going to hit live, and your notification came up, but I wasn't sure how goofy YouTube's been. Hell, that could have been a chat that you started an hour ago. I don't know. It's weird. Mad Sexy says, "Not me, bro. Black-eyed. The hell's a black-eyed bean? Oh, because they're not technically peas. You're gonna call them black-eyed beans? That's very professional of you, Matt." Two Live said he didn't see any notification. I saw a notification for Clover's, but I don't know about mine. You can't trust it. It's just crazy. Yeah. Oh, what happened with Jaeger? I didn't get a chance. I had so much going on today, work, and then came home. We started doing we still got to we got our Christmas tree up, and I was digging stuff out from underneath the steps like a troll. It was horrible. Hashtag guns matter. They do. Jaeger is in transition. Okay, we'll see what that means. Transition to a new platform, transition to a new station, or transition to a new lifestyle. Okay, I will. I'll watch that. Clover said go check out Hank Strange. I will. So that was today. That was So all right, Clover, what did you have to talk about? Or were you just yakifying when you said that? Yakificating. Yeah, Hank's pretty cool. I haven't watched a whole lot of his stuff. I just don't have. Wow, he's a little over 50% funded. That's awesome. CloverTac ate baklava for the first time today. Baklava is awesome, man. It's you definitely need to take your time when you make it. I've made it once or twice. It's been years since I've made it. but but if you find the best thing to do, I mean, just with a lot of other stuff, the best thing to do, find somebody's grandma that makes it. You know, somebody that's got all day to take their time with it, do a lot of layers, and you know, throw a little booze in there. Isn't too bad either. Alan is drunk. Yeah. Oh yeah, they were talking about the domain names the other day. I know it's crazy. I remember back in the day, back in the day, 10, 15 years ago or something, you could you just go and find my domain names for like $5, and then it kind of turned into a business where people were buying them up and selling them. Clovertex says, "What is baklava?" Um, well, you ate it. You didn't know what you were eating. That's scary. Phoenix says, Midnight Range TM blows. Yeah, blows bubbles. Um, Phoenix sucks. Um, so baklava is a Greek dessert, um, and it uses phyllo dough. He says, I seldom ask when I try new things. That's how my wife is, because she's kind of a picky eater. So um, she tends to not want to know what's in stuff. She's like, "This is great." I'm like, "Oh yeah, it's," and I'll start to explain. She's like, "Shut up! Don't tell me." I saw bubbles, blow bubbles, chunks. You ever hear that joke? Chunks. The guy that blew chunks. That would have. I don't think I told that. That would have been a good one for that Alan B Pro chat way back in the day when we were telling jokes. So phyllo, or not phyllo, baklava. Um, Layers of phyllo dough, which a lot of people know what phyllo dough. It's super super delicate, really really thin dough. Um, and basically, what you do is, yeah, blow chunks. All right, I'll tell the joke now. You guys want a dirty joke tonight? I can tell you a dirty joke. You guys give me the thumbs up. I'll do a dirty joke tonight. So phyllo dough, layers of phyllo, and then you basically brush it with a little bit of melted butter, um, and crushed up walnuts. Yeah, walnuts, like really blended up, nice and fine. Yeah, phyllo. I know, right? Yeah, where is phyllo? Philo should be here. He's the newest victim. I mean, yeah, Patreon. Philo started supporting me on Patreon. What he says, wait, back up. What is phyllo dough? Phyllo dough is in your grocer's freezer. I sound like I'm a commercial. You can find it in your local grocer's freezer. It's super super thin, really 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 thin, paper thin sheets of pastry of dough. Um, so you do layers of that, and then they'll take. I think actually instead of layers of butter, they'll do butter and then honey. I think they might do butter and honey together a lot of times, but you just brush, like, kind of drizzle that on or brush that on, and do the crushed nuts, or chopped up, real finely chopped up walnuts. I think it's walnuts. And then another layer of phyllo, brush it, walnuts, and you just build it up to the point where it's, oh god, I don't know, you probably have 20 layers or so, and then you just bake it, and it kind of sits down a little bit, and you get this sort of honey flavored, toasted walnut pastry. It's really, really, really super thin and layered. Um, and I think sometimes they'll do a little bit of alcohol in there too. I know Greeks use ouzo a lot, but I don't think they would use something like that. But I've seen it where I've seen it, and it's not I don't think it's obviously not traditional, but I've seen it where Gelsma says walnuts. I'm right on that. All right, cool. Um, where they've used a little bit of brandy, and that sounded really cool. Yeah. So that's baklava. Some of these had walnuts, some had almonds, some had chocolate drizzle. Bad to the bone stuff tasted like sopapilla. Why I asked about the dough. Yeah, it's not hard to make, but it's definitely one of those things that you'd have to make it a couple of times to probably get it to be really good. Because if you put too much butter or too much of the honey, it'll makes it soggy. LV Louis Sapphire Absinthe. What's going on, buddy? How you doing? Good to see you. I don't think I've seen you on the show before. Chocolate drizzle for shizzle. That's right, Giz. So if you do too much of it, it just becomes like soggy. And if you don't do enough, it's just dry and papery and kind of breaks apart. So, John Z, what's the matter? Pay attention to John. Okay, here we go. Let me go back here. Pistachios. What about pistachios? Oh, he says walnuts is wrong. It's supposed to be pistachios. Is that it? And it's been a long time since I made it. I mean like 15 years, a long time. Yeah, not Uzo. I like how you sort of capitalize that. Pista Chios is traditional, old world. All right, thank you, John, for the. You're trying to make me look bad. What are you on Clover's side? Pastachio is Greek lasagna. Yeah, says the guy from the commie state. Was that the only? Is that the only one? Is Uzo illegal? I didn't think it was. I don't know. Pennsylvania is weird. Being in Pennsylvania, it's weird because everything's state run, liquor wise. You could go to a beer store, beer place. But if you want to buy liquor or wine, you have to go to a state store. So, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of... Oh, there he is. There's that Hatfield feller. There's that Hatfield fella. I heard it. Yeah. Keep an eye on him, RL. If he gets antsy, you he says, "Howdy, jackass." If he gets antsy, you give him the Frank Castle treatment. Louis says some brands of Ouzo are because it has the ingredient. Oh. Has ingredients on DEA Schedule 1, same as absinthe. I know absinthe is relatively new within the last few years that it's been allowed in, too. Oh, shit. Yeah. Cool, man. You guys are going... So, was there anything else, Clover? Or should we move on to the next victim? The Jew says, how many 80... Is that supposed to be 8 ounces? Or 8 ounce or 80 ounce Reese's cups can I eat in a row? I don't know, man. Reese's is the way to go, man. I love a peanut butter cup. That's my 8 ounce. I don't know, man. 8 ounce isn't a whole lot. I mean, I know they look big, but I don't know. I don't think we should find out. I don't think that's something we should find out. Clover says he's good. He just wanted to rant about baklava. Outlaw says, when am I going to get you on my show? I know, I want to do it, buddy. When I start to get a day off, some days off, I'll let you know. What we could do, too, is... you could always steal my time slot one night. You could go live Sunday night at like 10:30, and I'll do the show, and then at 11:30 I'll go live for like an hour or so myself. If that's what we have to do, that's fine. Yeah, you probably get more people watching in my time slot anyway. Oh, I said it. Um, what was the other thing? Oh, Mad Sexy wanted to talk about black rice. That's right. Um, Patriot says, hey, it's that old guy. Happy birthday, Patriot. Says he's normally still at work at 10:30. Yeah, I know the feeling. I've been at work. Oh my God, with all these parties that have been going on, there's nights I'm not getting out of there till 1 or 2 in the morning. It's been nuts. White rice matters. Oh man, John's spitting his drink out his nose laughing. Well, it's good that you have one of those keyboard protectors for all your extracurricular activities. You can snot some soda on it or something. Not what about gray rice? Black rice is pretty cool. Black rice, if you have it gives, if you like wild rice, black rice would be right up your alley. I love Hatfield says dirty rice. I love dirty rice too. Old school dirty rice with like, when you use like the gizzards, the innards and stuff like that. Yeah. What the hell was that? Jizz rap for keyboards. You should get a few. Good deal going on now. You get them on Black Friday. You get a whole case of them, huh, John? Black rice is easy. You just burn it and there you go. Well, it's not black rice then. Before that, it's white rice that you turn into black rice. That's like wizards. You're like a culinary wizard at that point. Look what I did! Pow. And black rice is really cool. Black rice, it's got a few names. If you're interested, this is kind of a neat topic because it's pretty cool. Matt, yeah, you can swear in here. It's as long as we keep it within reason, that's fine. And especially in the chat, nobody will see it afterwards. As long as there's nobody shows up that's young and impressionable, I don't really care. Is sushi rice yellow then? Well, that's racist. Jeez. So black rice is pretty cool. It's Chinese black rice. You'll see it called emperor's rice, forbidden rice. It's Oh, Patriot said he cooked the mashed potatoes tonight, but he used way too much salt. It wasn't like seawater, more like the Dead Sea. If you, yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough one to fix because once the biggest thing, and actually like a cool little trick with potatoes is if you do, if you would make something like a soup or a stock and it's too salty, if you throw a couple potatoes in there and let it simmer, it'll absorb the seasoning out of the water and it won't be so salty. But yeah, overcooking, cooking the potatoes in like Dead Sea water is that's no way to go. So the black rice is really cool. It's called forbidden rice because at one time, or emperor's rice, because at one time it was, exclusively used for the emperor. It's actually really, really high in antioxidants and nutrients. It's actually really cool. And it's basically it's like super, super, super dark purple. Almost black. That's why it's called black rice. We do it at the restaurant, and I've done it at the restaurant a few times. Treating it like arborio for a risotto. It's super cool. It's kind of nutty. It's got a lot of flavor to it. It's not just bland like a white rice would be. You can also cook it traditionally, but it takes a long time to cook. So, Phoenix says, he hasn't mentioned bacon in over 10 seconds. Wake me up when he does. You can make bacon black rice risotto. RL black rice is wild rice. It's a specific type. There are black rices. There's jasmine rice too that's black. This is its own thing. So, man, you guys are going quick tonight, man. Yes. Yeah, potatoes, you won a contest. You're the winner. You go to drive down to CloverTax chat or CloverTax house and he'll give you your prize. Yeah, fine ape. That's he says rice cooked in leftover beef broth. 9 times out of 10, when I do a rice, like a rice pilaf or something like that at the restaurant, or something simple like that, a lot of times we do them for when we have parties and buffets. I almost always, unless there's any restrictions with people's diets, vegetarians or something like that, we'll cook the rice in like chicken stock, just a light chicken stock. No tiny waters tonight. No, no, I've got. Oh, actually, oh, it's empty. I did have a little tiny one, but it's empty. If it makes you guys feel better about yourself, I can fill up the tiny one with the big one, and if that's important to you guys, we'll do that. Vegetarians are terrible. Yeah, Phoenix says that reminds me we were promised checks to be on Team Clovertech. That's why. Is that how he's getting so many subs? He's paying you guys, which I guess isn't a bad deal if you pay some people to be subs and then you get some super chats and you're rock and roll. Ready to go. It all pays for itself in the end, and you start making money. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that poster. Potatoes and lead. It's all good. Hope you don't get into trouble. You won the Tack Girls autograph poster. If I'd have won that thing, I'd have had to re-gift it. That would have got me in trouble coming into the house with that. CloverTech pays Juice $29.99 a month to sub. That's good, man. $29.99. If you were at Walmart, it'd be $29.97. A little different. Matt Pugh says, the phrase "I'm going vegan" sounds the same to me as I've decided to start cutting myself. What a fine use of our Patreon money. There you go. He pays in leprechaun. That sounds like some sort of disease. I don't know if you want to call it leprechaun. You might, sounds like some sort of STD you picked up. Oh, CloverTech got leprechaun again. Oh man, he's got to get 2 shots. He got to take penicillin, an antibiotic, and rinse his mouth out with turpentine twice a day. It'll fall off. Yeah, it's like Bitcoin. It's shitcoin. Yeah, Hatfield, you better be careful. You're hanging out with Clover. Kickstarter drip. Yeah, what? Why would they call it drip? That is really weird. I mean, is it because like a drop in a bucket or something? Like people give you a little bit at a time. I don't know. That's pretty odd. You better start wrapping it up, outfield, outfield hat law. If you're on the show, you better start plastic wrapping yourself. You don't want to be catching nothing. Trickle was too sexy sounding. Yeah. Drip trickle, man. There's a NASCAR driver's name for you. I mean, I guess that's not any worse than the real dude, Dick Trickle. Remember, goddamn kid Richard Trickle. He should be beaten to death. God, if he didn't punch his mom and dad in the mouth at least once or twice when he was growing up, yeah. What's NASCAR? Shake and bake. Talladega Nights. I've met a guy named Michael Hunt too. I don't know that I want to say that Midnight Rain or Phoenix says, "My name is Sue. How do you do? Now you're gonna die." Yeah, that's what I told him. I knew a guy named Mike Hunt. He was a cook. He sucked. He didn't last long. That's for sure. He just had a bad attitude the whole time. He just all talk. Yeah, he might have walked out on me. I don't remember. I've had that happen a few times. Guys that can't hang, you know? Outlaw, what's your problem? Being on mean to everybody. I'm gonna come at you like a small hopped up on Mountain Dew. Where you going, boys? We're gonna go throw on Grandpa Chip's war medals off a bridge. That's my boys. That Reese. Hey, who wants to go get thrown out of an Applebee's, huh? If you ain't first, you're last. I'm just gonna do like I'm just gonna quote movies. Movie quote night. If you ain't first, you're last. What? That's what you taught me. Oh, Ricky, I was high when I said that. It don't even make sense. You can be first. You can be, what is it? You can be second. You can be third. You can be fourth. Oh, hell, you can even be fifth. What the hell is going on in this goddamn chat? You guys are losing. Gelsman, did you have a stroke or something? What the hell's going on? Jesus. It's Talladega Nights. I have a good friend. His first name is Shirley. He's a pretty mean guy. Pretty mean motor scooter. What's that from? Mean motor scooter. Ah, I remember that. It's Dust Till Dawn. That's what it is. Biggeth Dicketh. It's Monty Python, right? Don't call me Shirley. Travis, there's the good one. That's it, man. You know I love my. I know, right? This sucks. This is like the worst chat ever, Matt. You're right. He says, "What the shit are we doing here? Just watching this guy occasionally comment on our chat while we quote movies." But why not? I do love me some Buford T. Justice. Put the evidence in the car. Now, when you do Buford T. Justice, you gotta. The key is to throw a little bit of Peter Griffin in there, and people like that, because then you get that little bit of something. But put the evidence in the car. What's up, Landron? How you doing, buddy? I like when they're at the little diner, the gas station, and he's Bandit buys his lunch for him, and he's like, "What are you doing there, Sheriff?" He's like, "I'm chasing down whoever he's chasing down, whatever, I can't remember what he says." He's like, Bandit says, "What did you do? Rob a bank?" He's got a face full of Diablo sandwiches. He's like, "Bank robbing's baby shit compared to what this dude's been doing. But driving through people's yards, knocking over mailboxes, that's destruction of property. Kidnapped a girl. Got a young girl with her. Think it's against her will. That's kidnapping. Took her over state lines. That's the Mann Act." Oh my God, my wife thinks I'm retarded for liking that movie, but I love it. That's the Mann Act. Oh man. Give me a Diablo sandwich, a Dr. Pepper, and make it quick, but in a goddamn hurry. That's right. Have you guys been watching my favorites list? Daddy, my hat flew off. Wish your goddamn head was in it. Cannonball Run's a good one. I haven't seen Cannonball Run in so long though. Oh man, I was just a young guy when I saw that one. Excuse me while I whip this out. Yeah, Phoenix, you got it too. You just don't go eat. And don't play with yourself. It wouldn't look good on my highway. Oh man. Yeah, Blazing Saddles is good. They got away with a lot of stuff in Blazing Saddles. They did a lot of cool stuff. A lot of funny stuff that you probably couldn't do now. Well, same thing. I mean, same thing with a lot of those movies back then. I mean, that the quote that, um, yeah, the Mitsubishi and Cannonball Run too. Jackie Chan and was wicked. Was that a or was that that wasn't an Acura, right? Was that a Mitsubishi? I don't remember. It's been a while. I don't care if your name is Broderick Crawford. You can't drive this piece of shit on my highway. He stands up. Hold it. I'm an officer of the law with 25 years seniority. Yeah, but he just to punch your mama in the mouth. That right there would have got him booted probably. We get home, first thing I'm gonna do is punch your mama in the mouth. Daddy, look. Oh man, movie quotes, right? Now that you guys that have never worked in a kitchen, movie quotes, one-liners, um, is like is paramount to a kitchen. You just, it's funny. You get busy, slow, busy, whatever. Um, people are throwing out one-liners all night. It's awesome, all day, man. Yeah, you guys in Land Run and Outlaw, you guys know, and it's funny, man. It's stuff that's just out of nowhere. You'll be busting your ass. You getting killed, and you know everybody's just getting torn up, miserable. Get tickets are stacking up, right? And yeah, and song quotes for sure. Um, and something like the spider monkey thing will come out. You would just be cooking. You start catching up. You get in a groove, and you're really cooking your ass off. And and it was actually like 2 weeks ago we were getting beat up, and I said the spider monkey one, and I started getting caught up, and I was just grooving, man. I was sauteing, things were happening. I was just making and I was like, "You send them tickets back. I'm coming on you like a spider monkey." Clover had two Daytonas Shelby Turbo Z's. I know a buddy that had a Turbo Z back in the day. They're just little. Oh man, late nights. So who saw Star Wars? Was it any good? Mop, mop, mop all day long. That and Sloppy Joe. Sandler's Sloppy Joe with Farley dressed up as the lunch lady. Jorge says he hasn't seen it yet, but people are saying it sucks. Is that why people are saying Matt's going to be pissed off? Lunch lady. Yeah. I wake up in the morning, and what do I see? That the pepperoni pizza was looking at me. He said, "Why do you burn me and serve me up cold?" I said, "I got the spatula. Just do what you're told." Sloppy Joe, Sloppy Joe, yeah. What's going on, Enrique? What's up? Yeah, that's a good tune too. I'll tell you what, that's Farley. doing that, dressed up like the lunch lady with the orange gloves on and the dress, the blue dress. Ooh, there's another guy with a blue dress. Man, that was just, oh, it just doesn't get any better than that, man. That was funny stuff. That'll always be a funny song. I love it. Clover Tag wrecked it 130. Oh, that's no good, man. Soup du jour, hot hors d'oeuvres. Why? We only live to serve. Servers and cooks. Like that. Button heads. Till the end of time. Ellis probably hates servers more than I do. I don't hate servers, I shouldn't say that. But he probably gets tired of them. Too hotty. Dude, nonsense. He says, what the hell is this guy talking about anyway? Nonsense. Absolute 100% nonsense tonight. It really is. It's movie quotes and bullshits and... Uh-oh, everybody be good. The boss is here. Be our guest. Are you Lumiere? Lumiere? Yeah, Lumiere? Lumiere. Be our guest. Be our guest. Put our service to the test. How long can you sing a song before you get a copyright strike? Like 30 seconds? That's probably less than that, huh? Man, you guys talking about cars too. 89. Oh yeah, we got trouble right here in River City. Is that the Music Man? Is that what that is? Boy, that's been a long time. Buford T. Justice. Buford with a T. Oh my God. Yeah, it's ugly. It's a free for all. Yeah, the Music Man. But I think, God, I bet you I was in. Oh God, I was young when I saw that. I was in elementary school. I bet you last time I saw that. See, Enrique loves Buford. Put the evidence in the car. Second one, not so good. Third one was on the other day, actually, too. Smoking the Man at 3. Hit that like button. Like, share, and subscribe. RL says hand. Hand. Anyone remember the Richard Dreyfuss movie, Mr. Holland's Opium? I remember Mr. Holland's Opus, but I'm guessing that Mr. Holland's Opium is what? Something else? The trailer to Ready Player One looked awesome. I can't tell if it looks awesome or not. I'm trying to think. I watched a trailer for something at work the other day, and my phone just kept playing the next one, and that was one of them. I'm trying to think what that had to do with. I don't remember. Phoenix, you can change your name back to SC92176. Yeah, do that. Nobody will ever type your name again. Probably stop talking to you completely because it won't predictive text. It's a pain in the ass. And if you get the number wrong, then you don't see it. Well, I guess you would see it. It's not that different, but... Schindler's shit list. Oh, you're Oh, okay, I get you. Well, you didn't use the waving one. You gotta have the hand that waves. It has the little wiggly lines. That one's just like more like a Hitler thing than a wave. I don't know. That's no good. You get me kicked off. You're gonna get me kicked off of here. Kind of like Jan is gay. I did. Alan did. Did you guys watch Alan's newest beard video? Yeah, like a facepalm. He did Crazy Scotsman versus I forget who it was. I don't remember the guy's name. I don't know him. But I started thinking it kind of light bulb kind of went off in my. Yeah, RL, that's much better. Thank you. Now I know you're talking to me. I get that a lot. I don't know. Yeah, he voted for the Scott. But the other dude had the salt and pepper. It's kind of nice, you know. It gives you a little character. But Alan put out, and a light bulb kind of went off. I was like, man, his name is Jan and Gay. Jan is gay. So Jan is gay is doing a lot of videos about beards. Maybe Alan is gay. Maybe this is his way of trying to get out of the closet. Salt and pepper. Salt and pepper. Oh, salt and pepper. I thought you were talking about the band, the music group. I was like, that's pepper. That's salt and pepper. Yeah, Scotsman seems. Landrun says Scotsman's a good dude. I don't have a whole lot of experiences with him. I see him in the chats every once in a while. Push it. Push it real good. Fine Ape says, "What is the rarest you will cook a steak?" Pittsburgh, and we every once in a while we'll get a Pittsburgh. I will. I mean, if you want it raw, send it out raw. I mean, I've done beef tartare on menus, usually with filet and stuff. Excuse me. But if somebody wants it that undercooked or whatever, I don't give a shit. Honestly, man, I'll tell you what. Customer comes into a restaurant, however they want something is fine with me. Who am I to judge? Who am I to tell you that that's not the right way to eat something? If you want a well done steak, come on in, I'll give you a well done steak. And my job is to make it. My job is to still make it the best well done steak you've ever had. So that's kind of the way I look at it. We had a. Then why does no one cook the ham like I ask? You're gonna have to be a little more specific on that. Ham. 99.9% of the time, you get ham that's already cooked. So. Jorge says cow farts. You don't need to say cow farts when you use the little emojis. We all know what that means. Shoot, what was I going to say? Ham. Oh, he likes his ham super done. Well, if you're going... Oh, I know what I was going to say. That reminded me of it. Sign carries worms. You mean swine? Yeah, ham is pre-cooked. Yep. Swine is you can undercook pork. It's been really, really, really safe to eat undercooked for years now. And when we do pork at the restaurant, if we do like some sort of chop or something, I'll do it till it's medium well. So it's just slightly underdone, whatever somebody would say. Some people would say that's underdone. We had a woman come in one time. She was so funny. She's this cute old lady, this tiny little like grandma. She was like 5'2" and like like 80 pounds or something, and yeah, about 300 years old. And I had gone out. I left the kid. We were kind of slow. And I left the kitchen to go out to get a drink and walk past her table. And I quit hitting on the old ladies. The old ladies love me. Um, and I heard the server talking to her. She wanted a steak and she wanted butterflied. So it's a fillet, so it's opened up. So it's a little thinner. And she said, "I want it well." And the server, and I kind of was listening when I heard her say it. Her voice was real funny. It was real. It was. It was. Kind of high and like it's all grandma-ish, and kind of stereotypically grandma-ish, I guess. And I heard her say, "I want it well," and the server was like, "It's like okay, yeah, that's no problem. I'll do it however you want." She's like, "I want it really well." She goes, She goes, "Cook it to hell." It was so funny to hear this little tiny grandma say that. It was hilarious. It was funny. Cook it to hell. Sounds like I'm exaggerating since someone's in the chat. What are you talking about? Found brain worms in a patient that ate undercooked pork once. Nah, that shit. Get out of here with that 2 Live move. That propaganda. You'd be throwing leaflets all over the place. Don't eat it. You're going to die. Burn this son of a bitch. Boy, you guys are all turning against me. Well, he was from Mexico. They were there before he ate the pork, probably. I mean, you saw the dude that took off that went across the border, the South Korean border. That guy was all full of stuff, man. Outlaw said, "If not for pork, I'd starve." Pork's good stuff, man. I love a good BLT during the summer. What? You got to be more specific when you say Travis. There could be upwards of 5 of us in the chat at one time. It's a pretty popular name. Travis, the other Travis is great. Says pork is cheap. Yeah, pork is reasonable. It's nice, especially if you're doing like chops, like a loin chop. You get, God, I mean, you can get pork for $3 a pound, $2.50 a pound on sale. Outlaw says, "Call the one talking shithead." So Midnight knows who you're talking about. Uh-oh. Travi are part of Skynet. I don't know. We're pretty close to Skynet, man. I don't think we're all that far away from there. I've had 6 patients with amputations. It's still out there. Loin. There you go. There's a Tommy Boy reference. We got another one out there. You can get a good look at a steak by sticking your head up a cow's ass. Movie quote: loin or chop? Chop is loin. Same thing. It's like T-bone and porterhouse. Same thing. Thin cuts of meat suck when you're trying to smoke them. Great for baking or frying or something, though. Yeah. Yeah, Clover's a smokeaholic. He loves to smoke stuff. When you get into those big, like, pork shoulders and stuff like that, those are awesome. Love smoked pork shoulder. The next thing you know, the change is missing off the dresser and your daughter's knocked up. I've seen it 100 times. I do not have a smoker. When I've smoked stuff, it's not to cook it. It's just to impart the flavor. So Smoke me some butterfly chops, though. Wowie. Wowie. What's going on, Edge? Pong. Yeah, if you want to watch somebody smoke something, that's Clover's chat. He's always smoking something. Him and his lizards. You could probably, Clover, you could probably put your lizards in there, smoke them, and just hold them by the tail like a chicken satay or something. There you go. She says, I love that smokehouse smell, but when I come home smelling like the grill, smelling like grilled steaks, it smells gross. I just can't win. Lizard lives matter. Lizard lives are delicious. Lizard that'd be a good little hors d'oeuvre, man. You should do that. Smoke them, dip them in a little sauce. Clover should be smoking lizards. I bet you they're good. My son, oh, Two Live, you're the one that said your son works at Arby's. This is my son stinks like Arby's. Oh my God, Arby's roast beef. I just don't get it. I don't understand how they build a business on that stuff. Brutal. It's just kind of watery and I don't know. It just doesn't taste like anything. Although they did have these BLTs there that the wife got me hooked on. Well, she was hooked on them and she kind of dragged me along. They were slamming. It was a brown sugar glazed, super thick cut smoked bacon. Man. Well, I'll read this one so that since it's on the chat, people years from now will hear this. Well, I don't eat meat really. It's the smoke I like. All right. Well, these guys are gonna. These guys are gonna get on you about that one, I'm sure. Wife, Xmas, get brooms and mops. Oh boy, brooms, mops, and vacuum cleaners. Good thinking, Edge. You better keep your sidearm on you. Somebody come after you. I don't eat meat, but I like to smoke. Shit. Clover says, maybe buy me a smoker so I can at least try to be a real man. Look at this guy. This guy's talking at me and he's just crunching around in his leaves in his backyard smoking his pipe. Thinks he's Doctor Who or something. I don't know. Sherlock Holmes. I don't know. Who the hell smokes a pipe? I don't know. Doctor Who sucks. That shit. I never liked that show. Rub some bacon on it. Yeah, that's like that's like the old joke. When you're a kid, you hurt yourself, scrape your knee. Oh, rub some dirt on it and get back to playing. I guess if you're a cook, that's what you do. You just rub some bacon on it. Oh, Cheeto dick. That's no good. Matt got Cheeto dick from Phoenix one time. True story. I heard about it. I saw it on CNN. Fine Ape says the turkey jello sandwich is still number one. That's right. That was a cool moment, like the unmolding. Yeah, midnight for state senate. You don't want me in there making decisions. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I have no time. I have no time to do research on politics. I get most of my stuff from you monsters. Whew. No way. You need Clover. You need Clover Tack in there. Clover Tack and I don't know, some of the other guys that know what the hell they're talking about. Yeah. State Penn, yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to Penn State. Maybe more State Penn. Faux Hawk. Yeah. Yeah. It fit right in. Me and a bunch of other dudes in cheap suits trying to pretend like we know what the hell we're doing. Although, you know, what? He used to have a mohawk. I hated it. Yeah, outfield doesn't wear suits. You wear a suit of armor, maybe that would be cool. But I think it would be really neat to see more people that weren't lifelong politicians get involved. Fresh eyes, fresh ideas. Am I related to Larry the Cable Guy? No. I think Clovertack Langley is though. He's in the chat. I think he's related to him. Oh, they call him Old Fish Paste. Bring back the powdered wigs. There you go. Clovertack Langley. Him and his son have a channel, you know. They call him Fish Paste Clover. Fish break. There you go. The other day, Clover, when you had the 30 caliber chat, when it posted, like one of the very first videos that came up under recommended was Braden's 308 versus 30-06 video. I thought that was funny. I should have taken a screenshot of it and sent it to you. What you guys talking about fish for? Catch of the day. Minnow. Flounder. Flounder's good. There's flatfish. It's crazy flatfish with two eyes on the side of their head. Crappie. Yeah. Yeah, Clover. Because it was for him. It was for his video. He did a video that was only a couple minutes long. I think. I don't think it was very long, but it was 308 versus 306. What's the difference or whatever? And his goofy mug in the thumbnail, and it was right underneath yours. I thought it was funny. So they watch your chat, and then if they're not sure if you were talking shit or not, maybe they didn't think you knew what you were doing, then they could go over to Langley Firearms Academy and check in. Make sure they go with somebody with some knowledge. You know what I mean? Carp suppressor. There you go. Oh my God, that would be hilarious. That's what you need to do, Clover. You need to find somebody that'll. Actually, you wouldn't even need. You've got a suppressor. You got a suppressor. You got multiple ones, I think. You need to go. Oh my God, dude, you got to do this. Please do this, okay? Go and find. You probably have to find it at like a yard sale or something now, and go get one of those old Billy Bass or whatever the hell they are. The talking bass. Or you know what else? They had trout too, and they were Travis the Trout. You can find Travis the Trout. That would be awesome. And just stick it on the end of your suppressor and do a video. You have a Billy Bass. Why would you not? Of course you do. Of course you do. Why the hell would you not have a Billy Bass? Ghost Tactical, what's going on? Can you believe this? I know you're not going to believe this. Clover Tack has a Billy Bass. So that's your homework, Clover. You take your Billy Bass, you stick it on the end of your AR with your suppressor, and you do a little video for your son. Suppressed bass. It says, kiss my bass. Matt's having trouble with his caps lock. I'm okay with the caps locks. I have a hell of a time with my predictive text sometimes. I send some of the dumbest shit, man. It's because of my predictive text. One bad bass suppressor, yes. And then throw links to it underneath. Oh man, throw a bunch of links to it underneath his videos. See, Clover, I'm a good guy. Even though you come on here and you troll me and you're trying to ride my coattails, I still help you out with content. Give you ideas. Bass hole. I should subscribe to him just to keep up to date on what he's doing. Goofball. The last live chat I saw of him was just a brag fest. Like, look what I got for free. Look what I got for free. Pot, meat, kettle. That's right. Kettle, you're a little dark today. Better get Outhouse Hatfield over there to clean you up in the dish area. Three bay sink. No dishwasher. Bassmatic 9000 and BFG 9000. Chick gave my friend crabs for free. It happens. I caught you this delicious bass from Napoleon Dynamite. There's another one. Ghost, you came in late, buddy. And you saying what the hell's going on this has pretty much been it. For 72 minutes and 43 seconds of just total nonsense and bullshit. Pedro for president. There you go. LaFonda. It weren't me with Rhonda. Yeah, this is honestly, I will say, Ghost. This is it's not to the level of Alan B's chat or that lobby chat that night. But honestly, this is way off the rails for a one-man show. Like, I'm not really sure. Yeah, things got out of hand, and I don't know that they're ever going to come back. This is probably just going to be one of those like, well, there was a bunch of bullshit. See you later. Click off. Are you going to eat your tots? Yeah, it's turned into a movie quote with a little bit of karaoke, some trolling, more than a little trolling. Yeah, a very and just a pinch, just a little dusting of useful information. Just enough to make it like this is a real chat. No, Frank can't troll. Poor Frank. Yeah, we did talk about baklava though. Yeah. Poor Frank, Clover, Clover over here got a big old swolled head up because of he got super chat now. He's a big shot, right? So he got all Frank just was coming in there just saying hi to everybody, and Clover's like, "Get him out of here, meow, get him, smoking a pipe, plop plop plop." Yeah, it was horrible. I mean, it was assault. It really was. It was brutal. Jorge says he's been chatting with hot chicks all day on the pewter. Uh-huh. Yeah. I've been chatting with hot chicks all day. Sure you have. But you wouldn't know her. She goes, your girlfriend? Oh, my girlfriend's hot. Oh, you wouldn't know her. She goes to another school. Sure. Okay. She's in college. You'd never met her. LaFonda. She's from Canada. Actually, we were talking about Chinese black rice a little bit too. Ghost, your wife might know about that. Have you ever had it? Emperor's rice, forbidden rice, Chinese black rice. That stuff's really cool. Training to be a cage fighter. I got you this delicious bass. God. What? Grim's leaving. You slacker. Oh man, he's got a sick little monster too. All right. Well, say hi. Go tell him a story. Don't let him listen to this. Good God, they'll be ruined for life. Ghost, says she has never heard of it. Um, if you go to the Asian market, um, go to your Asian market. I'm sure she probably has one locally. Hopefully, don't try and order it because it's super super expensive if you order it. And there is a difference. You're not looking for. There's a black jasmine rice too. That's not what you want. It'll either be called a black black rice, emperor rice, um, forbidden rice, Chinese black rice. It's really neat. Is it red rice? No, the black rice is not red rice. No, it'll be it'll be black rice, emperor's rice, forbidden rice, Chinese black rice, something like that. Red rice is communism. That's right. Yeah, be careful. Don't talk about. I typed that before you said that. No, it's the same size as the red rice is, um, but it's super super dark, like real like black dark purple. Um, I see the other day when you said the other day when I was talking to you and I said I was going to call you an asshole to make you feel better. See, there you go, and now you fit right in. Um, I make it like a risotto and it turns out awesome. It takes a while to cook. It takes a lot longer than like a normal arborio. But if you guys like Italian food, you like a risotto, try and find some of that and make risotto out of it. It's really cool. Is it for celebrations? It was originally only to be eaten by the emperor and his family. It was grown specifically for them, and that's why it was called emperor's rice. Nobody else, the commoner and common people, weren't supposed to eat it. That's the story. That's how the story goes. Um, that's why it was called emperor's rice or forbidden rice. Jerry Rice? No, not Jerry Rice. He's a San Francisco treat. Matt, why are you so angry at Alfred J. Capslock? How much trouble could Capslock get you into? Jesus Christ. It's on or it's off. Can I recommend a non-Asian nail salon for Manny's? No. No, I can't. Go said she's never heard of it. A lot of Chinese stuff doesn't make it to Japan. Yeah, and you also find too. I found anyway. The market that I like to go to the most. They're Vietnamese, so I have a hard time. Sometimes I'll go in there and I'll ask for something. If I found like an ingredient online that I wanted to try or something like that, I'll ask them about it. And they might even have it, but they might not know what the hell I'm talking about because they have a different name for it. Yeah. So I'll ask for something and they won't have any idea. I'll roam around and find it and be like, oh, that's called this. It's not the same thing. Vietnamese is such a aggressive language too. Good God. Every once in a while, I go in there, they do I still go to Teddy's store? I don't remember which one that was. Yeah, where's something wrong when you love some pho? Yeah, we do pho at the restaurant every once in a while. I do as a special. That would actually be a good one. That would be a good recipe, a pho recipe. It's super super simple, um, really easy to do. Land Run works with Tiger. Thai, they're awesome cooks. Thai food's great. Pad Thai, yeah, we do Pad Thai too. Takes 5 days to cook the bone stew. That sounds dirty too. You talk Jack talk Thai. Jack talk Thai good. Turn everything into a goddamn movie quote tonight. It'll be a mess. You guys are having a blast out there tonight, huh? Taste the soup. Yeah, I like when I do pho, I like to do it with I'll do braised pork and like baby shrimp or shrimp. Um, we'll take the pork and I make this Mongolian glaze. Hoisin works good too, straight out the bottle, just like the pork belly. Basically the pork belly. With the hoisin glaze, I'll just cut it into chunks, little pieces, and braise it, and then coat it with the hoisin and just blast it into the salamander, the broiler, till it gets real gooey and sticky. It kind of caramelizes, and then hoisin with an H, not a P gizzard, P gizzard. Um, that's killer. That's the problem with this chat is I always get yelled at for making everybody hungry. Love that, love that stud, love that stud and pho. We had potato soup chat on the. Oh yeah, we had potato soup chat on the early watch last week. Most decided on ham versus bacon. So, oh, because the bacon doesn't get soggy. Um, well, here's what you do though: is you start you start the soup with bacon, right? Do it nice and fine. Render the bacon, get it nice and crispy. Leave all that fat in there. Fine ape. You're right. You're ahead of me here, buddy. Um, damn it! Now I'm craving maki rolls. Manhattan or New England clam chowder? New England. I'm a fan of New England. New England all the way. So bacon, render it down, get it nice and crispy, crunchy. Take it out of the pan. Leave the bacon fat in there, and then use that to saute your onions and garlic or whatever else or however you make the soup. And then to order, you just sprinkle it on the top. Let it be nice and crunchy. Are the clams shaved? Yeah, hopefully. But I like them anyway. New England's the only way to eat chowder. I will say this. I do like New England chowder better than the Manhattan. But if you do the Manhattan and you make it spicy, then that's really good too. Do like throw in, even if it's just like your favorite hot sauce or something and really get it like spiced up. Then it's really nice. We do for lunch soup specials, um, like a Manhattan crab chowder. That's really good. And the crab kind of breaks down and gets like a little, it just kind of goes all throughout. Was somebody up there too hottie? What's the fucking difference? That's my too hottie impression. What's the fucking difference? Um, Manhattan clam chowder is tomato based. Um, if you've ever had like a like a beef vegetable soup or something that's like a tomato based, it's kind of along the lines of that. Um, it's kind of more like that. New England chowder is the traditional what most people think of as when they think clam chowder. It's like a rich, creamy soup. Phoenix says, "Yeah, I hate this damn keyboard." What did he say? No, you are fucking wrong. Manhattan is not chowder. Manhattan is chowder. A soup with potatoes in it, for the most part, is a chowder. That's kind of the defining factor. Manhattan is a waste of clams. Manhattan Project. Oklahoma clam chowder is a fat girl upside down. Oklahoma. Oh man, you ever listen to Steel Panther at all? Oklahoma City Girl or Oklahoma Girl? I think that's it. Yeah. Look that one up on YouTube. That's a funny song. Gizzard. Fried clams are delicious. Love me some Long John Silver's. I do. We had the wife had Long John Silver's the other day, and I said, crispity crunchity. Phoenix says hush puppies. Oh, let's wait for it. I know what's coming. Old outhouse Hatlaw is gonna bitch at me for not doing hush puppies. Where's my hush puppies? I told you. I knew it. I knew it was coming. He said I'm still waiting for that shit. Matt says I go to Santa Cruz every year for the clam chowder cook off, and I spit in the feet of the one guy trying to peddle Manhattan. Steel Panther. Do they play at the manhole? Steel Panther is a what do you want to go? Not a retro band or a throwback. It's not a. They're not a tribute band because they play their own stuff, but they're like an '80s. It's like an '80s throwback band. Like Motley Crue or I don't know all those guys back then. I guess they're a lot like Motley Crue was. Um, Look them up. The I think it's Oklahoma City Girl. You'll like it. The lead singer of Steel Panther is my cousin Ralph Sanchez. Michael Starr. Is that true? If that's fucking awesome, Edge. If that's true, those guys they're very good musicians. They're really good. They're a lot of fun. They bring a lot of people up on stage to have what I mean interact with them. It's really cool. Clover's back and he has baklava. That's crazy, Edge. You got to get him on the show. Bring him on the show one of these times. Death to all but metal. Yeah. RL says so. There's leather involved then. Why does that make you interested? Hashtag RL the Gimp. Gizzard, that's a good joke. I'll approve. I approve of that joke. What do Oklahoma girls put behind their ears to attract Oklahoma boys? Their feet. Edge, there's a funny typo for a food chat. He barley remembers me. Interesting. Clovertack, did you bring enough baklava for everybody? Sadly, no. That's a shame, buddy. If you don't, if you don't have enough to share, don't bring any at all. That's what they say. Look, see, the guy gets super chat. That's what happens. People start making money and they think they can take it with them. You know, doesn't want to share, doesn't want to, you know. What do they consider safe sex in West Virginia? They brand the sheep that kick. Yeah. Where men are men and the sheep are afraid. Outlaw Hatfield's backyard. Outlaw tells stories all the time. He's like, man, when I was a kid, I used to ride my goat uphill both ways to work in the snow every day. Yeah. It said we do not have sex with sheep. And Clover says I need super chats for my baklava addiction. I can't give you super chat because I got an iPhone. You can't super chat from an iPhone. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. That is pretty awesome. That super chat thing is pretty sweet though. That's pretty cool. That's neat. I mean, it's neat to have the ability to, do a little fundraiser like they, did that night strike fundraiser, for his CCW, which I guess he never got. Chitlins recipe for clover tack. Chitlins. Chitlins is intestine, right? I think, yeah. You add into the shack with baklava. Yeah, it's like a gingerbread house. It's a baklava house. That's really cool. Land Run, how's that boy doing? He's getting better. He's getting better. We had a rough couple of weeks. He got sick, then my wife got sick, then I got sick, then he got sick again. Just couldn't kick it. There's a lot of nasty stuff going around. Yeah, shitlins. Ooh, ooh. Cracklins. Cracklins are good stuff. Pork rinds. There's a reason they smell like that, Edge. It's not something you're supposed to be eating. Outlaw Scrapple is good. I like Scrapple. I like Scrapple. Um, I've had some that actually guy I used to work with. His dad, they live on a farm, and his dad makes Scrapple every year. And this is 2 years ago or so, he uh, he made he made a batch and made a small batch because I wanted him to. He was cool. He didn't really care. They sold it too, but he made a little side batch, just a little bit, and put a little extra cornmeal in it because I like it nice and firm, so you can sear it really good. Matt says, "How long am I planning on doing this? Until you guys get sick of listening to me. Um, I don't know. What are we at here? An hour and a half? Who knows? I mean, I've had a couple of them go 3 hours, which is kind of hard to believe. But if you're see you, Matt. If you're cutting out and thinking you're coming back, you might be able to come back. I might still be going here in a little bit. Baklava Shack, baby. Outlaw says, well, hell, you should have been off after 3 minutes. Sounds like something your girlfriend might have said to you last week. He has been known to rival Alan B. Pro for all time. She did. Minute Man. 3 minutes. I wish. Oh, I can only dream. Yeah, or I know. Yeah, it goes quick, doesn't it, RL? Especially, even when you're, even if you're doing a show by yourself, um, when you have people that are involved, like tonight, you guys are really chatting hard. It goes pretty quick because you just jump from one topic to the next. It's like schizophrenic. You're just like bam, 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 bam. You're doing all this stuff, and then on the other side of it, yeah, yawn. That's what happens when you don't get much sleep. Tend to yawn. Um, the worst thing about yawn is when you yawn and you start thinking about it, you can do it again. Um, when you have multiple people on, it's funny because sometimes you hear chats that nobody can get a word in edgewise, and it's not sometimes even all that great to listen to. And then others where there's a ton of dead air, and you kind of wonder, like, well, there's 6 guys, 7 guys, like somebody say something quick. RL says he was talking in the chat, and he was commenting and adding to it. Yeah, I mean, when it's a little bit harder depending on what your topic is. I know. I'm nodding. I'm sorry. I need a Red Bull. Give me wings. If everybody that's listening and you are all into the same thing, it's easy because they'll just boom, boom, boom. Moo said, "What's the significance of the dream written behind you?" I'm in our spare bedroom. It's just it's away from where the little guys sleep in, so that way I'm not going to wake him up. So that's it. Just another bedroom. It's above the bed. I'm so professional here. I'm just in a bedroom. Vodka Red Bull, delicious. I don't really drink anymore, but there's a couple of drinks. When I was drinking, there's a couple. I would love a vodka tonic with extra lime, fresh limes. It's really good. Bourbon and iced tea. I used to drink bourbon and iced teas, rum and cokes when I was younger. But then bourbon and iced tea is really good. Bourbon, fresh brewed iced tea, squeeze a lemon, little bit of sugar. Brown chicken, brown cow. There, you did it. Too Hottie says, I hate Red Bull, but I'll drink touchdowns. God, I have no idea what a touchdown is. That is bullshit, Gary. Gizzard says, I saw a meme today. The best way to make eggnog, step 1, throw it in the trash. I'm glad you said that. I'm actually going to write that down because we were talking about this the other day. And I got to see if I can find my eggnog recipe that I used to use. It's super easy. And instead of brandy, I used to use bourbon. Man, it's good. You ever get a weird look from a customer after you drop the deuce and the customer would just stare at you as you walk out? No, but I almost got in a fist fight while I was in the bathroom one time at work with a customer who was being an asshole. That was fairly recently too. Eggnog is good. The biggest thing is with eggnog, if you don't make it, I wish you were here when you guys could punch me in the mouth and wake me up. 2/3 vodka, 1/3 Red Bull, double shots. That's the touchdown. Too Hot, he says. Is if you buy eggnog, a lot of times it just tastes like vanilla half and half or something. Like it just doesn't, it just doesn't have a whole lot. Hatfield, you drive on up here and do it. You got my permission. You slap me around a little bit. But I'm telling you, if you slap me and you get a boner, I'm I'm calling the cops. Was he pissed he didn't see me wash my hands? No. It's a long story. Seagram's 7 eggnog mixed with vanilla ice cream. That sounds good. I feel like there was something up there I wanted to address. Maybe not. Apparently not. Story time, Papa Midnight. Story time? Oh, Christ. If I had my tablet up here, I could read you Phoenix's story. You guys got to get on his ass to write. He started a little shit hit the fan story time. Sent me like episode 1, and then he fell asleep apparently. Never sent me another one. Never to be heard from again. They started to do it. I'm not into the kinky shit. Oops. It's just me. I guess I'm irresistible. Hatfield tells me that all the time, though. It gets old. I'm like, I know. I'm awesome. I get tired of hearing it. Well, get your ass on it, Phoenix. He says he's got a lot of notes, just needs to sit down and put it together. You can read it on your show, too. You can read it on your channel. You got a channel. Your first one was funny. I liked it. Oh, Ape was saying, what happened to Shit Hit the Fan Storytime? Yeah, I know. It was such a super, super popular. He says, no. Hatfield says, no, I tell you, you're full of shit and ugly. I hear that a lot, too. When you hear it all the time, it's just, you just get used to it. There was a couple more after, the original sort of series, Rock Humpers and mine, then a couple other ones. But it's been a little while. Kitchen groupies? No. Hell no. Not me. Not anybody under 60 anyway. Yeah, that would be a good way to go. You teach a dog to shave its ass and teach it to walk backwards, yeah. Random Thoughts by Jack Handy, those were funny. Those were good, for sure. I've learned something today. So when he was born, the doctor slapped his mother right in the mouth. You son bitch. Still got 20 of you knuckleheads watching, huh? Jesus. This is like a Seinfeld episode. It's a chat about nothing. Just random bullshit. Chunks is my dog. We're bored. Yeah, it's Sunday night. Not much going on Sunday night. We're we're going nowhere, but we get there fast. That's right. What does everybody want for Christmas? That's a good question. Gizzard says when he was born, the doctor looked at him, turned him over, and said, "Hey, look, twins." Yeah, ammo. You can't go wrong with that. Whores, beers, and ammo. There you go. Twin 1911. You want the Cabots? The old meteorite ones. Gizzard wants a pony. She says that's easy. What's easy? Ammo, hookers, and whatever. Ooh. Jorge says he wants an AR and 458 SOCOM. There you go. Jared Leffler wants a K31 under the tree. Militaria. Mare's leg. Screw that. RL, guns and bacon for Christmas. There you go. Wake up in the morning. Wake up in the morning. Put on my, wow, those that gray plastic gloves or whatever. Sloppy Joe. Hey, Jumpy, what's going on, buddy, man? Yes, I do want a Chris. Chris Vector. I know I'm sure they're very well made machines, but they look so awkward. The stock on those things looks fragile as hell. I know it's not, but they just look like they're just ready to snap off and stab you in the shoulder. Gary said he'll put on the first dollar towards a Chris Vector. There you go. You can buy. Does none of it. None of the parts. You buy, if it's in 40, you can buy a couple rounds of 40. Chris Vector, 1,900. They're $2,000. They're still running $2,000. Oof. There you go. RL's got one to rent. Just go shoot it every once in a while and put it back in its little hole, little spot, and go home. Yeah, you gotta have ammo. It's just a paperweight if you don't have ammo for it, right? Are those proprietary mags for a Vector? Probably, right? They make a 10mm Vector? I think so. I heard something about it last week. Either they do make one or they're going to make one. Glock mags. If it doesn't take Glock mags, it ain't worth shooting, right? Land Run's got it right. Can't go wrong with that. You know, Jorge says he'd love to get an FN57. Loves those 20 and 30 round mags. I was not. I really thought it was gimmicky, and I don't know. I really had no desire to really shoot one or whatever. I still haven't shot one, but I've since watched some really cool videos on them, and they're pretty neat. They're pretty neat guns. The safety's super weird, right? Isn't the safety like you activate it or deactivate it with your trigger finger, like your index finger? It's above the trigger or something like that. Is that one? I mean, I know what they are, but is that how the safeties are? They're super weird. Chris is worthless until they make one in 44 Automag. That's a thumper. That would be nice. 44? Oh yeah. That would be 10 Hale St. John Moses Brownings. Landrun says some European safeties are backwards for us. That's like the Berettas being safety is down, fire is up. Yeah, that's weird. It's just not as it's weird to go up for the safety off. Whereas American style, you bring it up and you can just sort of swipe your thumb down, take the safety off, and go with it. Gary has a burst of thunder. That safety will mess with you. I have two bursts, and at one time I really really liked them. Um, and I liked that the controls were really big. I liked that the slide release and the safety were bigger. And now I wish it wasn't. Um, I feel like the safety is. Gary says his is the same safety as the Beretta. What burst of thunder do you have? Do you have the 380? Phoenix's Phoenix's trigger finger is his safety. Yeah, that's fancy. Okay, you have the Thunder 380. I have a 40 and a 9. I have the Thunder, the bigger, the full size ones. Theirs aren't like that. The 380 is a kind of a copy off of what, like a Walther kind of, right? The old PPQ? No, not PPQ. PPS? PPK. There you go. The Bursa bombs. Yeah. I I my 9 millimeter. I have a full size 9 millimeter from quite a while ago. Um, Nickel, which at the time I didn't know how to care for a nickel gun. I didn't know any better, and pretty much wrecked the finish. Um, if you ever have, I mean, if you don't know, um, if you've never owned a nickel gun or don't know anything about nickel, um, you got to really, really, really be careful with what solvents you use. Um, because when they do the stainless steel or steel, they'll copper plate it and then nickel plate it. Copper won't stick to the steel, the or the copper sticks to the steel, and then the nickel sticks to the copper. Um, so if you use solvents that can corrode or dissolve copper or weaken the copper, then you'll just get that nickel plating will like flake off. And I have an issue with that. I like the gun. It shoots fantastic. It's the full size. It's a 17 round mag. Very, it's an awesome shooting gun. Balanced as well. It's good. I actually someday would like to, if I have a little bit of, money put aside, um, have it maybe Cerakoted or something. It's not. Yeah, just stripping paint. It's not worth a whole lot, obviously. I mean, if I sold it, I wouldn't get much for it, so I might as well keep it. But I don't love the Bursa like I did when I first got them. And I have a compact 40, the ultra compact, ultra care. No, yeah, ultra compact, and it's a nice gun. It shoots well. It's the one that was in that video. Yeah, the 9mm is so Trav, tell me your top three. Top three what? Throwdown gun. Yeah, it is. It's kind of a throwdown gun. Oop, the cops are coming. Boop. Jeremy would buy it. He loves shooting it. Oh, Christmas list. Oh God, I don't know. I worry more about stuff that I need than stuff that I want right now. But my 9mm is the older version. 9mm high compact, high caliber. I don't know. High. Yeah, 17 round, full size. And then my 40 is the Pro, so it has the rail in the front and stuff. They're both good guns. I actually need to send my 40 back. My slide lock lever, whatever you want to call it, broke. Pickled herring. Oof. I don't want none of that shit. You can keep all that you want. You can keep all that pickled herring you want. It's all yours. But I'm looking at the. I don't need another carry. I don't need a carry gun right now, but I really want one. I'm looking at the shields, the Smith & Wesson shields. Yeah, the thingamabitch. That's right. The M&P shields in 40 would be nice. 9mm, if I don't know, my hands are starting. I mentioned this the other week. My carpal's getting pretty gnarly in my hands. My thumb has actually been my thumb has been partially numb for about 24 hours now. This is like almost asleep, so levers. Who cares? I don't want a lever gun too. I've I don't want a ton of guns. Well, I do want a ton of guns, but I want to. I don't. I want to get a little bit of everything. I do want a lever gun. I started hunting with a Winchester Model 94. That was the first thing I hunted deer with when I was young, and I'd love to get one of those. I'd like to get. I'd like to get a new carry gun. Like I said, the shield is kind of at the top of my list right now. Great reviews. People talk so good about them, you know. And an AR. I need to get an AR. Now's the time for those, but yeah, I know you guys love Iraqi Vet 8888, but he just did a meltdown video of the M&P Sport 2, Smith & Wesson M&P Sport 2. It did awesome. RL's picking up his Ruger American in 7.62 by 39 tomorrow. What did you pay for it? 2 live moose, sardines and mustard. My grandpa likes sardines and mustard. I did the, I never did them in mustard. I would like them in mustard now, but when I was a kid, I wasn't a big mustard fan. But we always had those at camp. You know, go up to camp, and we always, there was very few things we had because, you know, it was a hunting camp. You know, we didn't have a whole lot of stuff there. So if we wanted any like bread or milk or anything, or eggs, we would take it up with us for the week or the weekend or whatever. Can of smashed ashholes and mustard? Yeah. Even I'm delicious in mustard, possibly. The wife hates mustard. She's allergic to it. Unless it's in something she likes, then it's okay. Figure that one out. Fine Ape has a Shield Performance Center in 40. It's real nice. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. I was actually looking at some online the other day with the ported barrels, the ported barrel, and the safety high visibility sights. It was nice. It was a nice piece. Um, so that's, yeah, those are. I I kind of wish I liked my Bursa more than I do, because I shoot it well, and I think it's a good gun. I say they are I think they are slightly, they are overpriced probably for what they are, but nah, she says, I hate all mustard, but I will allow it in one dish. That's not true. There's other stuff. But this goes back to what I was saying before. She doesn't want to know what's in stuff. Don't tell me. Don't tell me what's in it. Then she won't like it. RL says 470 with tags. That's good. 470. That's a nice rifle for 470. Now, are they making multiple size barrels, length barrels? Or are they mostly the shorty, because it's a ranch rifle? Are they all the shorty, like 18-inch? Potato salad must have mustard? Yes. Mustard and deviled eggs? Yes, again. She just doesn't know when you're giving her the mustard. That's right. Gotta sneak it in there. Don't hate her for not liking potato salad, macaroni salad, egg salad, ham salad, turkey salad, any of that kind of stuff. If it's a salad and it's not lettuce based, it's weird, as far as she's concerned. I'm the total opposite. My brother-in-law will show up, when we do like Sundays or whatever at the house, and they just do burgers during the summer. He'll always show up with like macaroni salad, pasta salad, or potato salad. I love it. Seafood salad's good too. Yeah, like crab and baby shrimp. We actually did our brunch feature. I did an omelet this week for brunch, and did a. If you've ever had like a crab rangoon, where it's like the crab and cream cheese, it's kind of sweet on the inside. I did that inside of an omelet. It was really good. Cream cheese and crab, roasted red pepper puree, salt, pepper, garlic, and a little sugar, all kind of mixed up together. Did the omelet, and then just sort of spooned some in there and folded it over so it melted. That was really good. So it was like super tender, but melted. No mustard sauerkraut on brats. I like sauerkraut too. So, here's a RL says only have the 18-inch ranch version. Most of the you can get with a 20. Yeah, 18's good though, especially for 7.62 by 39. I don't know that it would. I'd be interested to know how much barrel that takes to burn that. I mean, once you get up to a 20-inch barrel, it might not. That might be it. You might not be gaining anything else. Um, so anyway, sauerkraut. So, is it? I think I mentioned this before once. Is it just a PA thing that New Year's Day they do like pork and sauerkraut? The Rugers are. I don't know. I never thought of that. I doubt they're 308. What are you saying? Yuck to outfield. Outfield hat law. Um, Yuck to pork and sauerkraut. Pork and sauerkraut is awesome. Just like a nice pork, like a pork butt. sauerkraut, garlic, put it in a slow cooker, the crock pot, or the oven and braise it. Just forget about it for like 4 or 5 hours. Mashed potatoes. Oof. Finance says it's a German thing here in Minnesota, big German population. But is it a thing that you eat New Year's Day? That's what I mean. Not that you eat it, not that you see it, but like here, it's supposed to be good luck to have pork and sauerkraut on New Year's Day. I'm not really sure where it came from. Culinary history, yeah. Is it a deviled egg and cabbage, and the bedroom is all yours for days? Phoenix says. Sauerkraut and kielbasa, you can't beat that, man. Yeah, I'm a I don't like I'm not a big Chicago dog fan. Like I don't like the big chunky stuff like a Chicago dog, but yeah, like hot dogs and sausages and kielbasa. When you do it on like on a roll, mustard, ketchup, relish, sauerkraut, way to go. I also do this stuff. This is another one that I do. I think I told Travis P11 this one is. I call it dog sauce. I just take relish, mustard, a little ketchup, mustard, relish, and mayo, and whisk it together, and you get like it's almost like Thousand Island. Kind of turns out almost like Russian dressing. That's awesome on a dog too. That and sauerkraut, it's killer. Killer food. Kimchi is good. Travis is great. Kimchi. We do a kimchi and bacon dog. RL. Well, yeah, RL. You're from PA, so yeah, you're gonna have that. Pork and sauerkraut. Yeah, nice pork butt, and just sort of shred it. Ah, man, so good. Two Live Moose says no ketchup. Travis P11 felt like he's got school tomorrow. You got to get up. Got to get up and teach them kids. How do we reach these kids? Someone playing Red Rocket. Nope. Ketchup is an abomination on hot dogs, RL? Come on, man. I thought we were cool. You and Moo can get the hell out. What the hell? What is wrong? What the hell just happened here? Everybody hates ketchup now? Ketchup is like a food group, man. See, Ghost likes ketchup. See? At least somebody has some goddamn sense in here. Jesus. Phoenix says ketchup is one of my 4 major food groups. That's right. All right. Now, at least I'm not alone in this. Barbecue sauce for dogs. That's not a bad idea. The I've seen it's like those little the little tiny dogs that they'll do in like the barbecue sauce in the cans. It's kind of like that. Scotsman, what's going on? How's it going, buddy? He said, Ghost says he woke up when he heard the ketchup bashing. Yeah, this is going to turn into fucking West Side Story here pretty soon. This could get old. It could get crazy. Okay, so of all the things to eat, ketchup on, other than he hates, unlike ketchup, anything else. Outlaw says he likes ketchup on corn dogs and fries. Well, fries, that's kind of a no-brainer. But on a corn dog, I like honey mustard. Honey mustard. I know I said the M word, mustard. I'm gonna get yelled at for that one. Ketchup triggered. Just start turning red. Honey mustard, corn dog, ketchup and mustard. Not bad. Yeah, I do honey mustard with just a touch of mayo in there. Whisk it up so it gets a little creamier. That's good stuff. None of the cheap ass fake honey mustard. What is a what is a cheap ass Fine Ape spelled it wrong. Scotsman says YouTube unsubbed me. They unsubbed me, like my channel. I did notice today that I was like 2 subs shorter than I was the other day. Because I gained a couple in the past like weekish or so, which is cool. Ghost said his wife said add a bit of cayenne to your honey mustard. I'm gonna do you one better, brother, and I do a wasabi honey mustard at the restaurant. I can get to that restaurant. I can get you that recipe if you want. That's pretty easy. It's literally just wasabi, a little bit of water to make it into a paste, Dijon, and honey. It's really good. We actually serve it on duck. Like we do a smoked duck breast and then sear it, get it nice and render the fat side down, slice it, and we drizzle it with that. It's fantastic. Wasabi. If you guys ever get a chance to go to a restaurant that has real wasabi, if you find out a place uses real wasabi even, and you like Asian food, go. It's awesome. God damn it, you said duck. And your next says he loves breast. Ketchup, I think, was branded by Heinz. The correct original spelling is ketchup with a C. And that word ketchup, I believe, is derived from an Asian, like, sweet soy sauce, which is called casip. Casip manis. The pronunciation of that's probably garbage because I'm Central PA white trash, but I try. RL says he's close to me. He's gonna drive down there and throw out all his damn ketchup. No, you're not. I'll fight you. I'll be up on my roof like the goddamn purge. You better come hard if you're gonna come for my ketchup. Oh, but Scotsman, yeah. Anyway, I was saying, I noticed I was like two subs shorter as I was the other day. I guess that's maybe you and somebody else got unsubbed. Love's wondering if you went to the gun show. Fa ra 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 ra. Pay-per-view ketchup fight. You think I'm making up shit now? The hell am I making up? Oh, the sweet soy sauce. No, I think that's where the word comes from. Okay, what's your opinion on Worcestershire sauce? And if he's, I'm the only one here, and I'm going to pronounce it correctly, so it's Worcestershire. Worcestershire. Does PA have reciprocity with Michigan? I'm not sure. I've never looked that way to see if we have reciprocity because I wouldn't. We've never tried to go up there. We have fish sauce stinky. Yeah, fish sauce is. Yeah. Worcestershire is it's soy sauce's ugly brother. Moose says, yeah, Worcestershire is based in based out of soy sauce. Worcestershire. Gary says. What do barefoot hobbits do have to do with sauce? Oyster sauce is awesome. Oyster sauce is some wicked stuff too. I deal with oyster sauce a lot at the restaurant. Very brand specific. Some of them are just really, really salty and bitter and pretty gross. So you have to be careful. I like it's the brand is called Roland. I believe you can buy Roland products in the grocery stores now. I've seen them, but that's sort of a recent thing. Normally, you just see it with restaurants, but marinate some of his steaks in oyster sauce. When I was talking about the Mongolian sauce that I make, that's an oyster sauce based sauce. It's oyster, hoisin, brown sugar, scallion, fried garlic. I forget what else. The next gun show here, they have generally every 3 months. So it'd be if it was December, January, February, March. Probably March. But we do have the Sportsman Show coming up. This outdoor Sportsman Show. That is January. I think it's right after the farm show. What is banana ketchup? Banana ketchup is I've seen it, and it is a. Let me think. Banana ketchup is made. It was made because of. Is it Hawaiian? I think from Ghost. If you're still here, maybe your wife might know. I think it's from Hawaii or the Pacific, and it was made because they don't use tomatoes. I think, or it was a wartime thing. Like they didn't have the ability to use the tomatoes, so they actually do. It is like a cooked down banana, and like red food coloring. I think I've never had it, but I've seen it, and I saw like a show on it one time where they were talking about like odd foods. Um, he says it tastes like nothing. Yeah, I don't think there's much to it, honestly. I think it's cooked down bananas, red food coloring, and then whatever else. But there was a reason that they used that instead of making regular ketchup, and I think it was possibly because it was a wartime. Yeah, what the fuck, right? Yeah, banana ketchup. Um, the It was either that or it's just because they can't grow tomatoes there well. I don't remember. Not sure. So it's Food Loop. Yeah, it says it was during ration. It was for because of rationing during the war. Did you just look that up? Was that a little quick Google foo? Bought the last rifle at a local shop. Eat at White Castle and you don't need lube. Boy, I'm gonna leave that one alone. This is where she said her brains remembered. Freeze. Don't move. Blow your brains out. Frank Castle. Frank Castle doesn't deserve lube. He deserves it dry. Yeah, I don't know where White Castle would be close to us either. I know. I mean, saw him in Jersey when I lived down there. Taco Bell. Taco Bell. Eat great, even late. Taco Bell is like one of those guilty pleasure kind of things that like you'll just be you'll just kind of be sitting there driving. You'll drive past one and you'll be like, "Ooh, Taco Bell." I sort of was listening to your chat today, Clover, a little bit, um, and I saw old Frankie pop back in today, huh? Where in PA, Scotsman? What do you mean? Where's the show? The outdoor show? It's at the Harrisburg Farm Show Complex, or the Harrisburg, yeah, Farm Show Complex. I saw you. You got him. I seen it. I seen it with my own eyes, Phoenix. See you, John. Thanks for coming in, man. Frank Cattle. Was it? I thought my eyes were deceiving me. It was he is banned on site. I don't respond to him in other chats either. He ain't worth it. He's worse than a troll. Yeah, he's a douche. I don't know what his deal is. Some people, I don't know, man. I guess I could just. I mean, there's kids like that. There's people like that when they're kids too. That are like the kind of kids that'll just like, you know, you know, squish frogs and do kind of dickhead shit. And it's like, okay, you're gonna grow up to be a serial killer, and or Frank Castle, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. It's like a game of whack a mole. Yeah. Frank is a 20-year-old male hooker. Good for him. I don't give a shit what he is or where he does it. Clever says, part of me is tickled. He feels the need to troll little old me. So better if I just ignore him, don't punch down. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, some people get a kick out of that. I guess they just get a kick out of getting. It's like negative attention, for a toddler. You're not paying attention to him, so he goes and knocks something off the counter and breaks it, just to get the attention. It's kind of what it seems like with him a little bit is, you know. Land Run says, ate a meal tonight like fondue, but each person had their own little cooker. Um, Let me think here. What is that? If it was in Asia, was it a Japanese restaurant? If it was a Japanese restaurant, when you have, well, Melting Pot does one for everybody. I think. I don't think they do they do individuals. Personal pan fondue. No, we don't do any fondue. But in Asia, when with Asian, I don't know if it's Japanese or not. It's called shabu shabu, and it's the kind of thing. It's like hot broth, and you dip whatever veggies or meats in it. Cook it. I think it's a broth, or it could be like hot oil. They also do a hot oil where you put stuff in it and sort of you fry it like you don't need, it's like you have your own little fryer. There's another ghost Mrs. Ghost tactical question. She might be able to help us out with that one. Frank is a Scotsman says Frank is a bitch and doesn't realize what fucking with an Irishman and a Scotsman entails. Poor Mrs. Ghost. Why poor Mrs. Ghost? I told Ghost that you guys should get together and do your own chat. All the wives, the girlfriend and wives. You guys would have I think it would be awesome for you guys to do a chat. there's a couple of high profile women that do like gun stuff, but to get together and do like you know, guns and food and whatever. Yeah, Clover. I mean, I kind of pitched that at Ghost a while back, and we I was kind of serious. I think he thought I was a little bit joking, but I wasn't. Um, I think it'd be awesome for you guys to get together and do a chat. It'd be super fun. I mean, the wife doesn't really know about. I've never taken her to took her. I've never took her. Phew, man, Clover Tack. I've been listening to too many of your lawn chair chats. I never took her. All. um, the can my boy toy come one of the yeah, sure. Um, over to gunchannels.com. Um, but you guys should. I think that'd be super cool. I think it'd be really neat for you guys to have like your own little gun spot and have a wife. You might. You never know. You have a hard drinking weekend. You wake up the next morning. Got a ring on your finger. Same thing happens with kids too. Yeah, sometimes you wake up in the morning, you're like, "Oh shit, I'm gonna have a kid." I don't know. I think it'd be kind of cool. Like if you know, I don't know. Ask around. Ask the wives. You know, it might be neat. It might be something to. Clover, you got the Collier gun girls. They're younger, but holy crap, what they're into is like awesome. The way that the things that they're experiencing with the competition shooting and stuff. Yeah. Well, or else, uh, or else says my wife is busy cooking and doing dishes. I don't want her to start getting all uppity. That's right. Barefoot and pregnant, right? And you have a wrench for Christ's sakes. Jesus, you're gonna get me. You're gonna get me in trouble. Naked. So yeah, fine ape. That's Larry the Cable Guy too, right? Cop pulled him over and said, "Sir, have you been drinking?" Larry says, "Why? Is there a fat chick in the back seat?" I will. I'll translate that for Clover because most of you guys listen to know Clover. The wife doesn't, but that's here. Let me clear my throat. The her essential oils stuff mostly oils. Yeah, Landra, I knew I was going with that. It's about oil and smoked possum. Voodoo oils. Oils. Yeah, that's it. Gizzard, there's always room for a new wife. What the hell is happening out there? Was this Sister Wives? That crazy ass Sister Wives shit? No way. No way. No way you need more than one chick. I don't need to be disappointing more than one person at a time. That's how Gizzard when you know. Yeah, I know. I started. Blame me for everything. Gizzard goes out to the bars late at night, and he's like, "You look like my future next ex-wife. All my exes live in Texas. That's why I hang my hat in Tennessee." That was from the great movie Roadhouse. Roadhouse. My grandpa loved Roadhouse. Some people love it. Some people think it's garbage. No, Moo, I haven't. I don't share where I work. Just keep that part of it private. You know, guys be showing up, ordering shit, and sending it back, making me look like a butthole. Outlaw says Roadhouse is on his top 10. My grandpa loved Roadhouse. He was he was worked in he was a cook at a restaurant when he was young. Um, okay, Roadhouse, a Western, yes or no? No. No, I wouldn't say it's a Western. I don't think the what was it, the Double Deuce was rednecky. It was Western enough. Um, but my grandpa was a cook when he was very young. We actually had the same job. We actually had the same jobs kind of a few times in life. Um, Double douche. But he was worked on a boat. He was a first mate on a boat. Then um, he was a cook. He went in the Marines. Got out and he managed and bartended at and managed a VFW for a few years. I don't know how long actually, but he was um, he was a fighter. He got in a lot of trouble when he was a kid. Him and his buddies were always in fights, and he had his nose broken like I think 4 times. He said. Um, One of them, he was very young. I think he was pre-teenager. Um, the story goes, before he was, a teenager, they pressure cookers were popular, and they didn't build them like they do now with like pressure valves. And I guess when he was a kid, just sort of opened up the lid, and the lid flew off and caught him, hit him in the nose. And they had uh, the ceiling was not what's it called, plaster, I guess plaster ceiling. And they said he always said that the lid flew off, popped off, blew off, caught him in the nose, and went up and stuck in the ceiling, and his nose was just like totally jacked. um, and then he had it broken at least 2 more times. It was a mess. Yeah, wonderful, amazing, amazing, amazing guy. I love him so much. I miss him, but yeah. So that's how he broke that. That's how he did that. So we're talking about Oles. Sandwich. Let's see what's going on, if I missed anything back here. Roadhouse. Roadhouse. Ooh, a hot dog is a sandwich? I know you guys were talking about this the other day. I got thrown out of a bar. Ding. Yeah, you want fries. A hot dog is a sandwich. I guess a hot dog is I don't know. What's the defining feature of a sandwich? Bread, right? Well, it's like a square is a rectangle, but a rectangle is not a square. Yeah, that's some good. His story about the wheel coming off his van is really funny too. Ron White. We oh, that sandwich thing. Does a sandwich, is it, for it to be a sandwich, does it have to have two pieces of bread or the bun or something like that separate? Because a hot dog bun is connected, right? It just opens up. Hot dog bun. Burp, burp. Burger bun technically could be connected, some of them, but usually it's top and a bottom. Sandwich, top and a bottom. Is that a defining? Is that the defining factor? Is how the bread is used? Sandwiches ain't got tits. I don't know what the hell that's supposed to mean. Same at Subway. Well, yeah. Other Travis, other who, whatever Travis you are, says a Philly steak is one piece of bread in a sandwich. Yeah, I mean I guess so. I guess you know what? Maybe we've made an executive decision here, and anything in any type of bun is a sandwich. Because if a cheesesteak is a sandwich, then a hot dog's got to be a sandwich too. Doesn't matter that it's just the old meat tube. Wink. Sub sandwich subs are combined. Right, right. That's it. Okay, I think we've made a decision. Doesn't matter what you put in it. If it's on a bread or bun, it's a sandwich. So what happens when you start getting into like she eats lettuce wrapped sandwiches sometimes? Is that a sissy sandwich? Yeah, get out of here with that shit. Get out of get on out of here. Get on out of here with that. Like you're chasing a raccoon off the porch. Come on, get out of here. When you start getting into like right, like a wrap, it really is just like unleavened bread and tortilla, right? If a pita or a gyro or a gyro is a sandwich, then a wrap should be, right? There's some gray areas. I don't know. I'm not sure if I don't know if I'm qualified to make this kind of decision. This is something we need to get some. We need to get somebody qualified for this. I don't know that I'm qualified to talk about this or to make a decision. I can't make a decision like this for the whole planet. Tell the whole planet what a goddamn sandwich is. That's too much. I don't know. That's too much pressure. And Oreo is the sandwich. So what's a torta? Torta. Rigo R. Rigo R. That's the first time I've seen you. I don't know where. So what's a torta? I suppose it's a sandwich. I'll go that like the fried. You're talking about like the fried bread, the fried dough kind of puffs up and use that. That's a sandwich. I'll go with that. An Oreo is a sandwich cookie, right? Okay, there you go. Moon pies, like whoopie pies. Sandwich, dessert sandwich. Took off a little bit of nail the other day. It's bugging the hell out of me. A three-way could be a sandwich. No, that's just a disappointment. Nope, not for me. Not today, Junior. Mom and dad sandwich. What about an open face sandwich? It's got the bread, but not the shape. It's still a sandwich. It's still a sandwich. Because that's like, it's your choice whether how you want to eat it. Open, it's called a pizza. If it's called an open face sandwich, it's an open face sandwich. That's right. Yeah, I'm trying to be thorough here. Like IKEA furniture. An open face, if it's open faced, it's a half assembled sandwich like IKEA furniture. Yeah. What about like a fried, like when they do fried, like a fried stromboli, like a calzone or something? They actually throw it in a deep fryer. That's still a sandwich. It's just fried dough. It's a dough. I think you got to consider that a sandwich too. Right. See, is an egg roll a sandwich? An egg roll. I mean, you'd have to categorize that in the same way as a wrap, like a wrap. It's unleavened. It doesn't puff up. Whereas if you fry a stromboli or something, it's still gonna puff up. See, that's very literal. If it's a roll, it's a roll. Is there such a thing as making just a half a sandwich, or is it just a smaller sandwich? Right. Who's to say what half is, right? It's kind of relative. And nobody, if you go to a restaurant and ask for a half a sandwich, they don't make a full sandwich, cut half of it, serve it to you, and then eat the other half themselves. So is it really half a sandwich, or is it just a triangular shaped sandwich? I'm not making. Oh, I mean, me and you? Sure. I'm not inviting any of these meatheads. No way. PB and J are like Nazi sandwiches. Why? Why was that? Why is that a Nazi sandwich? PB and J is like one of the most awesome things on the planet. If you've ever seen an egg roll made, it's just like a burrito, right? So is a burrito a sandwich? I don't think you can call it a sandwich. PB and J is America. That's right. Peanut butter and honey. Yeah, peanut butter and honey is good. So Jorge says, "Yeah, Clover Tax. Subway does half of sandwich and a full size. It's not half a sandwich because they didn't make a full size. They didn't make a big sandwich and then cut it and give you half. It's just a smaller sandwich. I'll take that one to the grave. Peanut butter and hot sauce. I mean, we do peanut sauces at the restaurant. Not much different than that. You read it on Reddit? I bet you Ghost didn't read it on Reddit. Yeah, I didn't see that. Yeah, you ask Ghost. Peanut butter, a locked door, and a friendly dog. No thanks. Let's have fried rice. Where the hell are we going to get fried rice from? I don't have any rice. I guess I can go down to... I mean, I got the keys to the restaurant. I guess I can go make a fried rice. You can't use... You shouldn't use... Fresh rice for fried rice sucks, though. It's got to be like day old, where it soaks up all the stuff. Is fried rice a sandwich? Yes. See, Giz. It is. I think it is. It probably is Monday already, Giz. But you know what's not a sandwich, no matter what? Anything on gluten-free bread. Boy, that shit suck. Bye, Gary. Have a good night. Sweet dreams. Phoenix says, this is the longest midnight I've been off work since I've known him. Gluten-free is communism. Gluten-free bread is the craziest shit, man. It is. I mean, obviously it's rice-based. We have it at the restaurant in case people want it. It's kind of pricey. And it just toasts weird. It's even when it's fresh, it's like kind of grainy and meh. Yeah, we charge a little bit extra. Charge like an extra buck or something. All right, see you, RL. Hey, are you doing any chats anytime soon? Stupid tax. What's a stupid tax? That's a tax you want to give to stupid people? Screw that. I'll get taxed. It's been forever since I saw that movie. I don't know that I even ever saw the whole the whole thing. No, I can't quit you, man. Heath and Jake. Rigo R says, which is the best sliced bread to make French toast? Yeah, it really depends on what you like. You can go out and get some really dense, like brioche style not rolls, bread. And then you'll find places that do almost like French, like baguettes. Cut them on a long bias, and do that. That's really cool too. That's very, very different than what a lot of Americans do. And then we actually do at the restaurant. We do a really simple, like a thick cut white bread, like a Texas toast kind of thing. And we do ours with our French toast is slamming. Potato bread would work good. Sure, that would work. Potato bread, though, is really already pretty soft, so you have to be careful with that. If you over soak it, it'll just turn to mush on you. It doesn't have a whole lot of body to it. But we use just a thick cut white bread, and we do the eggs, milk, vanilla, brown sugar, and Chinese 5-spice. Really good. And then we do it with roasted apples with a caramel and brandy sauce instead of syrup, and a mascarpone mousse. It's damn good. All right, I'll send you my email. Clover has it too. Clover, a bunch of guys have it. You can get it from Clover too. I think you need to go to bed. You look like shit now. Are you talking to me? Probably, right? I still need to do a load of laundry and jump in the shower. You talking to me? My clown? My funny to you? I gave your email to go so you can make us a snack. I don't know. I'll jump in the shower. You go make the snack. I want to get to bed. I'll even eat it in the shower. I don't care. Do I amuse you? Am I a clown to you? Am I funny? How am I funny? Weak fry cook at gumbomail.com. Sounds about right. Best food to eat in the shower and go. What do you mean by and go? Just like because you're in a hurry? But best food to eat in the shower. Top five. There's our top five. Top five foods to eat in the shower. Nothing bread based. It gets soggy. You need something. I don't know. Sausages. I don't know. Seafood. Yeah. Shrimp cocktail. There you go. Now you're talking. Shrimp cocktail. Um, what would no? You can eat yogurt. No, no, no. Yogurt would just get rinsed away. We're all washed away. Um, Cheesecake's pretty dense. If you had to eat a dessert, cheesecake would probably be a good one. No. Ribs. There you go. Especially if they're Clover Tex ribs, because then the shower would rinse off all that burnt taste. Just get rid of that. Blech. Fine Ape says beer a food. Yes or no? You mean beer in food? Beer or food? Beer in food? If it's beer in food, that's a yes. Got a really cool steak dish that I used to do. Used to call it an Irish coffee house T-bone. I use T-bones. Irish coffee house T-bone. Used to take the T-bone. Is beer a food? Yeah, beer is liquid bread. Yeast, water, sugar, salt, hops. It's even got a veggie in there. It's a liquid vegetable, like a veggie bread. Veggie bread, yeah. Land Run lived on beer for years. What was that, Jumpy? Do you know any alkaline dessert? Is that a typo? Predictive text mess up? Or is that serious? Alkaline desserts. Alkaline desserts. I don't know what you mean by that. Guinness is actually what I used to use for the steak. That's why I called it an Irish coffee house T-bone. You take the T-bone, season it with salt and pepper, and then dust it with ground coffee. And grill it. um, and then the sauce, I would take demi, like a beef demi-glace, beef sauce with Guinness and a little touch of molasses and a little touch of cream, and make this like creamy Guinness sauce for the steak with coffee. It was really cool. Is cocaine a food group? It's a vegetable, right? Like soda bread. Soda bread's got, that's the whole idea, is they use baking soda. It's alkaline. A handful of chocolate covered coffee beans and you're good to go. Yeah, I used to buy those at the grocery store when I was working mornings in my second job. uh, and I would eat those on the way to work. A snack on, like, eat a handful or two of those on the way to work. The chocolate covered espresso beans. That's what I thought. Is it okay to snort it off a hooker's boobs? I mean, if you're gonna do it, I mean, if you're comfortable doing it, then I suppose who's stopping you? It's a victimless crime, right? It's a win-win. Hookers suck. Sometimes they do. And on that note, mushrooms are meat? No, they're not. Mushrooms are mushrooms. Oh, Louis back from his PBR run. And we're still here talking about nonsense. We've learned nothing today. We've made no important decisions. Travis says, is a victimless crime actually a crime? I guess not. Are mushroom a sandwich? Mushrooms. See, there's one for you. I mean, I've seen like I've seen places do like mushrooms as the bun, sort of. Hot dogs being a sandwich is very important. Now, here's what here's what you guys got to do tomorrow. I actually have a, I don't know why we're supposed to be slow this week because it's a week before Christmas, but I got a bunch of reservations tomorrow. So if you make sure you let everybody know on Match Chat tomorrow that we made this decision. We made an executive decision, and hot dogs are a sandwich. Jumpy says, which is more acidic, honeydew or cantaloupe? If the wife is still watching, would you please tell us what honeydew is? Filler melon, that's right. Ding, ding, ding. The beautiful lady gets it. Yeah, it's already tomorrow, for real. Yeah, I found in my career that when doing fruit trays for parties and events, people eat everything else way more than they eat the honeydew. But the honeydew is there. Some people like it, but it's there because it's green and it looks good. So I always called it filler melon. Gotta fill up that tray. Put some more honeydew on that shit. But I would imagine, honeydew is probably slightly more acidic than cantaloupe. Cantaloupe's pretty mild. It's still Sunday here. Las Vegas is on Pacific time. Fine Ape says, what if you cut the hot dog open? What does that have to do with anything? We said it's a sandwich. You could do a hot dog. I've seen. I've done this. You get. You get a. You need a hot dog and cut the hot dog and then open it. Cut the hot dog and then open it and use bread. Make a hot dog sandwich. So that's definitely a sandwich. See you, too hottie. Hot dog octopus? What the hell does that even mean? Making sandwiches, man. Lorena Bobbitt has nothing. Lorena Bobbitt ain't got shit on me. Hot dog octopus. You're gonna have to explain that. What the hell kind of nonsense that is? Hot dog octopus? Uh oh. Knock my paper down. I have my notes. A sandwich isn't a sandwich without Miracle Whip. I like Miracle Whip myself. Sandwich or sandwich? Sandwich. Miracle Whip is ass. I do like Miracle Whip. I like the little sourness that it has. I think that's really good. I think we might be coming up on a chat marathon record here. I believe we're over 3 hours. I don't know what my longest one is. I think we had one. I think I had one that was over 3 hours before. This is a goddamn. This is a marathon. Miracle butt cream. Phoenix has some of that in his pants right now. He has a case of Depends at the house. What is Miracle Whip? It is nothing. I can confirm that. I will say this. Here's something that I thought I saw that was really cool one time. And I'll describe it to you, and you can kind of Google it, and I'm sure you find pictures of it. You take what spam? Spiced ham. That's what spam stands for. Take hot dogs and cut them. I know it's kind of hard to see. I don't know. Maybe an inch. Okay. And then you take and you stick spaghetti through it. This is cool for your kids. So you put the spaghetti through it while it's still raw, you know, and then you boil it, and then you're left with this like hot dog with like spaghetti strings, like almost like strings or whatever hanging from it. It's super cool looking. It's really fun. It's the dumbest thing I saw somebody do online one time, but I thought, oh my god, what a neat thing if you have like a 4 or 5 year old kid, they would think that was so cool. Spam is ghosts. What's that? Ghost YouTube agenda. Yeah, dude. If you guys didn't watch that chat last week, I couldn't watch it live, but his chat where he was talking to the dude from Reddit. Good God, that was dry. That drove me crazy listening to that guy. See you, Outlaw. Thanks for coming, buddy. That goddamn chat. That guy was so. I don't even know how to describe him. Like, not arrogant so much as like. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like. Yeah, that guy was pompous. It was weird because he kept like trying to justify the fact that the guy was a dick to him, and the fact that some people are going to join Reddit or a group or some platform like that and not understand it. I mean, like you're going to have people that need help. You're going to have people that need some advice or need a little mentoring or something. And to come at him and just be like all of a sudden just kind of be a douche to him was, I don't know, man. That was yeah. That was upsetting. That was shitty. I mean, you see like people, it's only okay for Deadpool to be a dick. Yeah. Neck bready? What the hell is neck bready? Jumpy's making up words now. Do 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 do. No, Jumpy is not drunk. Breck needy? All right. We're out. We're out of stuff to talk about. They're drilling an oil well right now out beside it behind your house. Screw that. That's bullshit. Brady neck. You guys aren't even making any sense. Let's call it a night. I'm yelling USA, USA because they're drilling oil, buddy. Let's call it a night. I will. If I don't see you guys, remember, if I can't watch Matt's chat tomorrow night, hot dogs are a sandwich. I guarantee if a couple of you guys go into that chat and start talking about that, be like, of course they're a sandwich. Of course they're a sandwich. Yeah, 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 yeah. I guarantee it'll turn the whole goddamn show into food chat in no time. So go get them. Go spam them. Tell them I sent you. So have a good night, guys, and I will see you when I see you next time. All right, later. Oh wait, oh there's a good one. Is a corn dog a sandwich? Man, maybe we're gonna have to think about that one for next week. I'm gonna say probably not because it's like a muffin. It's like a batter, not a dough. There you go. Think about that. I'll see you next week.